Welcome to Northtown Lexus. My name's Justin, and today I'm going to be talking about the TX350 and the TX500H, which is this vehicle right here. See, it has a great spindle-shaped design, flows throughout the entire vehicle, just like our other signature Lexus vehicles, like the RX, NX. This one here is the TX500H F-Sport Performance. The TXs will either come with 20 or 22-inch rims, which is what you see here. Dark gray gloss finish to them. This is the back of the TX500H. Exact same back as the TX350 as far as dimensions. Right here, it does have the kick to open and kick to close feature, which I like, especially if you got bags in your hands or you're carrying your little one in a car seat. Of course, this is adjustable. For those of you like me who has an older home with a smaller garage, you can set this to open and close at any height simply by stopping it, pressing this button in until you hear those beeps. Next time we open it, it'll only open to this height. Again, you can adjust that anywhere you'd like, which I really like about this vehicle. The back of the TX is why this vehicle is so awesome. You have roughly 23 inches of room or so behind the third row seats. So this one here is seating 2 in the front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the third row. You can still fit 7 suitcases back here. That's what they say. I still can run to Aldi's or Wegmans, and I could still fit all of my groceries for my house back here if these seats are up. Most third row vehicles, you can't. You're lucky if you could fit a shoebox. I like these. These seats are powered. In the 500H, they're always powered. In the 350 premium packages, luxury packages, they're powered as well. Headrests automatically fold down as the seats go down, and you can tell I don't need to keep my fingers on the buttons. It is one touch. In the back, you'll see you have ample cargo space. We just got some summer mats here. You can see the all-weather mat in the back here, all displaying Lexus and TX. When you are not using your third row seats, this TX that we have here on the floor has the captain's chairs in the back. The TX can come with either captain's or bench if you prefer to have 3 seats in the middle. And again, captain's if you prefer to have the 2. I have them folded flat so you can see how much room there is in this vehicle for whatever your needs are. You need to put a large TV in there, or a bunch of hockey bags, whatever it is. You have tons of room, especially going from the trunk to the back of the driver and passenger seats. In the front of the TX, see the seats are very comfortable, lots of room, 10-way powered front seats with lumbar support for driver and passenger, tilting telescoping steering wheel. In the center console, very deep. I know a lot of my customers say that the women are all pretty happy they can fit their bags and or purses in here. Small fun fact. The cup holders also pop out if you need more room. It's not a problem. And you have your wireless phone charger right here. You have even more storage underneath there. You can even put your phone on it, have it charge, and use that storage while it's charging. Cup holders snap right back in, that easy. And over here we have a beautiful 14-inch touchscreen display. It is tilted a little bit towards the driver to give it that cockpit experience. It has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. My phone is on the screen now, and you can see what the Apple CarPlay looks like on the 14-inch multimedia touchscreen display. You can raise and lower the third row seats right from the front. You saw me do it in the back. Pretty neat. I've never seen a vehicle do that before from the front. And I just want to show you some of the key safety features right on this multimedia screen here. See, we have lane departure alert, intuitive parking assist, parking support brake, blind spot monitor, safe exit assist for the doors that are electronic. You don't pull to open this door, you press. And as you're pressing, you push the door. Super easy. If the battery was ever dead for any reason, you can pull twice as a mechanical release. But I love the one-touch effort to get in and out. Super easy. Safe exit is just so if there is a bystander there or a vehicle or a bicyclist and you go to open that door, it will say safe exit alert at the top of your screen. The door will not open on the first press. Hopefully you see that bystander, bicyclist, vehicle roll away, and then you know that you're safe to get out. It'll help out the pedestrian, bystander, person in the vehicle, as well as save your door. It has rear cross traffic alert, which I think most people are familiar with. Been out since 2014 in most cars. Rear camera detection. It is just what it sounds like. Proactive driving assist, this one I love. I'll get into that a little more in a second. Road sign assist, Buffalo especially, on those snowy, rainy days, you're driving down, all of a sudden the wind, the snow picks up, you can only see 20 feet in front of you, maybe 15, you're slowing down. You won't know if there's a stop sign, a yield sign, whatever sign in front of you. However, the car will display it in an image right on your multimedia display over here. I believe this one's 10 inches in the TX500H. So it'll let you know, oh, a stop sign or a yield sign or whatever the road sign is approaching, and you can start braking, allowing for just easier, more comfortable, relaxing, enjoyable ride. Last but not least, the pre-collision system in the TXs, most Lexuses, Lexus Safety System Plus. You have a camera on the front upper windshield here. It works in unison with the radar cruise control and the radar on the front of the front bumper grill. And they are looking for objects such as cars, a person walking, many other, I believe 500 other objects or things. And if the driver is driving, let's say straight at a car, and the driver is not braking, for whatever reason it may be, the vehicle will emit a high-pitched sound while at the same time pushing the brake pedal completely to the floor to help mitigate that collision altogether that could be happening. As soon as the driver were to turn the wheel, hit the gas, or hit the brake, it stops auto braking for you. But if that goes off once in 3 or 4 years, it may have just saved yours or somebody else's life. Just an awesome piece of equipment, and I think that's just awesome that Lexus put that in their Lexus Safety System and the TX350 and 500H. Thank you very much for your time and stopping into our website and watching this video. Again, I'm Justin DePasquale from Northtown Lexus, and this is the TX350/TX500H, whether you want the gas, 4-cylinder, turbo, 275 horsepower, 317 pounds of torque gas model, or you want the hybrid performance 366 horsepower direct 4 all-wheel drive. It's an amazing vehicle, and I would really encourage you to come in and test drive it or test it out, check it out yourself in person. Thank you again.
Welcome to Northtown Lexus. I'm Jeff Martin. Today I'd like to take some time and talk to you a little bit about hybrids, plug-in hybrids versus normal gas model engines. Those of you that are aware of hybrid technology, Toyota really started selling hybrids back in the late 1990s with the creation of the Toyota Prius model. That vehicle over the last 3 decades has evolved. Now Toyota is in a position where they offer hybrid options in almost every model that they sell. Here at Lexus, we offer it in almost all of our SUVs as well. On the showroom floor right now, we've got a couple of our Lexus SUV models. We've got the UX, which comes only as a hybrid. This is the NX model right here. This comes as a gas model, a hybrid, and a plug-in hybrid, as well as the RX model right next to it. That also comes in hybrid as well as plug-in hybrid. My goal today is to educate you on hybrid technology and give you an idea of what it is and tell you really all the benefits, why it's become so popular in the marketplace. The main differences between a normal gas vehicle and a hybrid vehicle are this. A normal gas vehicle in all of our SUV lineups is a 4-cylinder motor with a turbo engine. If you opt for the hybrid version, we take off the turbo, we add a hybrid battery as well as 2 electric motors. Easiest way to think of a hybrid is it's a gas engine as well as electric motors to give you, basically help the gas engine to improve your gas mileage. One of the best parts of the hybrid is the cost is really not a lot more than the normal gas engine. In both our NX and our RX models, the base price of a hybrid is only about $1,000 higher than the standard gas version. Couple big advantages that you get. Number one, if you have the gas version of the vehicle, the manufacturer recommends that you run premium unleaded gas. Whereas if you have the hybrid version, you don't need to run premium. You can run standard regular gasoline. So that's a big savings in gas mileage. Another benefit, because you're getting so much better gas mileage, when you fill your tank up in a hybrid, the total range that you get on a full tank of gas is nearly double as what it is in the gas version. I was driving a Lexus NX350 for the last 2 years, and when I fill the gas tank up, the gas tank's about a 14.5 gallon tank. My range would be around 290 miles with a full tank of gas. I just got a 2026 NX350 hybrid. The first 2 times I filled the gas up in it, my range has been a little over 500 miles on a tank of gas. So less often I have to go to the gas station, and when I do, I'm going to spend quite a bit less money to do it due to the fact that I don't need to run premium unleaded gas. Here's another benefit of owning a hybrid versus just a normal gas engine. Your overall maintenance down the road, believe it or not, is less expensive in a hybrid. The reason why is once we add electric components to a vehicle, we take away a lot of the traditional components in a vehicle. Here's one example. When you start a normal vehicle, you push the button, a starter starts your engine. In a hybrid, when you push the button, there's no true starter needed. Everything's electric, the vehicle turns on. Another example is in a hybrid vehicle, we do not have a traditional power steering pump because everything runs via electricity. So over the course of owning a hybrid, you've got less components that require maintenance down the road. One of the other benefits to owning a hybrid is the warranty. Every Lexus that you buy comes with a 4-year full basic warranty up to 50,000 miles. In addition, 6 years, 70,000 miles on the powertrain engine transmission warranty. If you purchase a hybrid, you'll have additional warranty that's given to you on the hybrid. For example, Lexus gives you 8 years or up to 100,000 miles, whichever comes first, on all of the hybrid components in the vehicle. They also give you on the hybrid battery itself a warranty up to 10 years or 150,000 miles. The truth is having to replace a hybrid battery is really not anything that you ever have to worry about. Because number one, you're going to have 10 years of warranty on it. The other thing I can tell you is in all the years we've been selling hybrids, going all the way back to the first Lexus hybrid, which was a version of the RX we started selling in 2004. 22 years now, we literally can count on one hand how many hybrid batteries our dealership has had to replace. And I can tell you, after speaking with my service manager, every one of those instances was due to the vehicle either being in some type of accident or water damage or something else. Truthfully, the hybrid batteries in hybrids probably will outlast the rest of the vehicle. So we spoke about some of the big advantages to a hybrid versus a gas model. Truly, the cost of buying it up front is very minimal. The next step up would take you to what we call a plug-in hybrid. Normal hybrid vehicles do not have to be plugged in ever. All you simply do is drive them. When the engine is running, it is charging the hybrid battery. Also, hybrids use another great technology called regenerative braking. Every time you're driving, whenever you step on the brakes to slow the car down, the brakes act as a generator versus standard gas model brakes. One of the benefits is your brakes last a whole lot longer on a hybrid. The manufacturer tells us 2 to 3 times as long. We can tell you that we've got vehicles 70, 80,000 miles that are still on their original set of brakes. So the cost of brakes is going to be less during the ownership of the vehicle. When you move into the next step, the plug-in version of a hybrid, that is when you have the option to actually plug the vehicle in. With the vehicle like the NX450h Plus or the RX450h Plus, simply plugging it into a level 2 charger, which you get when you buy the vehicle, a couple hours of charge will give you a full charge on one of these vehicles. Normal full charges consist of about 35 miles of full electric driving. So if you plugged it in the evening, the next day you'd have 35 miles of full electric driving. Once the electric runs down, at that point now you have a normal hybrid vehicle. In a Lexus hybrid, such as this RX350h we have right here, the hybrid battery weighs between 150 and 175 pounds. When they build the vehicle, they mount the battery right in the middle of the vehicle. It's actually located underneath the rear seats, just in case you're ever in any type of accident in any direction. The goal is to minimize damage to the battery. In the plug-in, the battery is in the same location, however the battery is slightly larger. Another big advantage you get in a plug-in versus a standard hybrid, in addition to having 35 miles of full electric driving, because the battery is larger, the vehicle has more power. Typical horsepower in an RX or an NX hybrid is around 235, whereas in the NX450h plug-in and the RX plug-in, the horsepower goes up over 300, roughly 304 horsepower. A little additional weight and a little additional power means a nicer ride. When you drive the plug-in in either model, you'll see the power, the quietness, the smoothness is a whole nother level. And that's one of the big reasons why a lot of people opt to go the plug-in route. What I am holding here is a copy of the 2026 Consumer Reports annual auto issue. It just came out in early March. The reason why I want to tell you about it, this particular magazine does ratings of reliability and safety in pretty much all vehicles they test out. In particular, the Lexus hybrid models, both the NX hybrid and the RX hybrid and the plug-in versions, score very high in the categories right here. So I definitely recommend, if you've not read this, this is a great investment. It really gives you a really good story on hybrid technology and just how reliable it is. Please feel free to stop by and visit us here at Northtown Lexus. We are located at 38 TX45 Sheridan Drive in Amherst, New York. We would love to show you some of this wonderful hybrid technology in person. Thank you.